I've spent the last 19 years in the world of digital marketing, but by far the most exciting innovation I've seen during that time has been the relatively recent integration of generative AI into digital marketing. This technology has the potential not just to disrupt digital marketing as we know it, but also to potentially increase the performance and efficiency of every digital marketing team on the planet, if it's used properly. Now, it's not just me that thinks this. Recent research shows that 64% of marketers say AI is either very important or critically important to their marketing success over the next 12 months. So the time is now to get this stuff built into your marketing workflow. In this video, I'm going to talk you through 5 efficiency boosting and performance increasing uses of AI and generative AI that you can start building into your marketing right away. Okay, first, AI content creation. This is probably one of the most obvious areas and obvious uses for these large language models. Now, rather than starting from scratch and coming up with ideas on your own and facing the dreaded blank page when you're coming up with content, you can use these latest generative AI tools as a bit of a co-pilot, a bit of a writing assistant to brainstorm and even create first drafts. Just check out this ChatGPT thread with David Sachs from way back in March. Now, he showed a very early example of using AI as a type of brainstorming co-pilot rather than just a writing slave. Notice how he starts off the chat asking whether GPT-4 is familiar with a particular technology startup. When it says that it is, he then says, okay, tell me about its unique crowdsourced approach to collecting and maintaining data. It then does that. He then says, okay, would this work for an AI startup, and starts to brainstorm with it whether that type of approach from Jigsaw could work in other industries. What happens is they really spark off each other and collaborate on coming up with a really interesting and unique article for a blog, which David freely admits would have taken him way longer if he didn't have ChatGPT as that sort of co-pilot. Now, here at Exposure Ninja, we also use tools like ChatGPT to brainstorm with, and our content creators love it. We typically find a 20 to 30% productivity boost from using ChatGPT in this way, which is massive. Now, the next use of generative AI in marketing for increasing efficiency and performance is in automating repetitive tasks. Now, this can be anything from crunching data looking for anomalies all the way through to processing customer service queries. And there are some businesses where the volume of inquiries that they have to process are really significant, and actually automating a large portion of this would free up a lot of the team's time to spend on more productive tasks. Here's a bot that we've made using VoiceFlow, which uses generative AI to handle customer service queries. This is for the Exposure Ninja website. So basically what we've done is we've created this chatbot and we've trained it to ask certain questions to direct the user through to different outcomes, whether they want to inquire with us or read some case studies or find some material and learn about digital marketing. But if an inquiry falls outside that range of defined variables, the tool can also use generative AI to answer the person's queries in plain language. This is not just great for the customer service team and the business, but it's also great for the user. How amazing to get the answer to whatever question that you have through a chatbot on the website. The next efficiency boosting use of AI for marketers is in marketing automation. Now, things like email marketing automation and even performance management inside ad platforms have used AI and machine learning for a long time. For example, Google Ads has Performance Max, which uses AI-driven smart bidding strategies to help you find customers across Google's ad network. But there are also third-party AI-driven tools like AdCreative.ai, which claim to help you generate better results from your ad campaigns. Now, whilst we haven't yet seen AI-driven ad platforms like this outperform a truly experienced human marketing ninja, if you want to get a very quick and dirty campaign up and running, or you don't have the resource, time, or budget to engage a professional in running your ad campaigns, tools like this could be a good thing to explore to get things started. The next area that I think generative AI holds huge potential for marketers is in analytics. Now, marketers these days have so much data at their fingertips. This is where tools like ChatGPT's advanced data analysis, formerly called Code Interpreter, come in. Here's a chat that I've had with GPT-4 where I've given it a download of some Google Analytics data. Now, this wasn't particularly well ordered and I just threw it in. I gave it a bit of description about what it's looking at and asked it to find some suggestions for marketing strategies that could be used to drive more profitable traffic to the website. Now, what it's done is it's processed this data, it's filtered out some anomalies, it's worked out exactly what it's looking at, and then it's given me some insights which I can then interrogate in order to come up with some actionable takeaways that I could use in my marketing. Now, I think the potential here is huge. As these tools allow us to pull in different data sources, they can process much more data than an individual person can and help us find patterns and correlations that previously may have been very difficult to spot. The fifth area is in prediction. Now, prediction is the holy grail for most marketers. How great it is to know what's going to happen in the future with traffic volumes and trends and consumer behavior. Well, there are a flood of AI tools coming onto the market like Predict from Neurons, which attempt to do exactly this. So by analyzing past performance and looking at trends, they aim to help you understand what's going to happen in the future. Not only does this allow marketers to predict things like traffic patterns and churn risk, but potentially also allows us to stress test different strategies before allocating real budget to them. Okay, all of this is fantastic. Hooray, ChatGPT is going to save us all. Well, there is a big warning with all of this. It's absolutely critical that you understand how these tools work and therefore understand the limitations before building them into your marketing. Let me give you an incredibly dangerous example. Here I've asked ChatGPT to flesh out an advanced buyer persona. I've given it one line of text and said, okay, use this and come up with a more detailed buyer persona. And ChatGPT has obliged, as we would expect it to. Now, on the surface, this looks really incredible. Wow, think of all the market research, the boring talking to customers, the expensive surveying that this has saved me. It's gone away and it's come up with this person's background, it's come up with their interests and hobbies, and importantly, given that I said this is a fictional footwear brand, it's also come up with their footwear preferences. Fantastic, I could then now design products based on these footwear preferences. What's not to love? But hold on. Just because this information appears to be precise doesn't mean that it's not totally made up. Remember, large language models like GPT-4 are designed to convince you, the user, that they know what they're talking about. The worst possible decision that you could make would be to build product or make marketing decisions based on things like this, which have no basis in the real world at all. This is completely fabricated. What I'm trying to illustrate is it's really important that you understand the boundaries of their capabilities and you only trust them with the tasks that they are capable of doing well. Just because they appear to be convincing at a whole range of tasks doesn't mean that the output from those tasks is actually going to be any use for us at all. And in the worst cases, it can actually derail us and take us away from the truth. All right, so how do we use all of this stuff? Yes, it's powerful, but yes, there are also massive risks. And we haven't even touched on accuracy and data privacy here. Well, the first thing to recognize is that the world of business and marketing in particular is poised to shift in the coming months and years as a result of this technology. There is no way around it. It's too fast growing, the adoption is too quick for it not to have a significant impact. As marketers, we need to be playing with this technology, integrating it into our marketing flows where that's appropriate in order to get the most out of it now to give ourselves the leverage to compete. So to help you accelerate your adoption and experimentation of some of these powerful tools whilst avoiding some of the potentially dangerous pitfalls, the team at Powered by AI are offering a free generative AI consultation. They'll work with you to understand your current marketing capabilities, your team, your understanding and experience with these tools, and also your usual marketing workflows. They'll then be able to help you work out where generative AI can be inserted into those flows those in order to get the most leverage. This initial consultation is completely free of charge, and you can request it by clicking the button on this page. The time to act on this stuff is right now. Chances are your competitors are already playing with these tools and experimenting with how to use them. If this does prove to be an industrial revolution like shift, you do not want to be one of the companies that is left behind by this. You need to be on the front foot, and you need to be playing with and exploring these tools now whilst keeping an eye on the risks and downsides. Request your free consultation with the team at Powered by AI today, and let's get started with this.